The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
This story that I read from the Zeresh Show number 2 in Art Scroll from Rav Nachman Seltzer is, I have a postscript to the story to add to this one, but this is unreal. There was a tzaddik, I personally knew him, Rav Asher Zelig Rubenstein Zatzal, Rosh Shiva Torah Tzimcha in Yerushalayim, in Rehov Sorotzin, and he was known to be a very animated, unbelievable Rosh Shiva. He wore his emotion on his sleeve. He was a fire, just a firebomb. And the story goes is that there was a Rosh Kolel in Yerushalayim that he had the elite of the elite. We're talking about a Rosh Kolel who was a Talmid Chacham Muflag. He knew how to speak, and he had the creme de la creme, the best Avrechim, and he paid the best. So it's like Gan Eden HaTachton. It's like, yeah, it checked all the boxes. So this Rosh Kolel, he had a very private chabura that he gave Monday evenings only to the chabura. Rav Asher Zelig Rubenstein found out about it. He asked the Rosh Kolel, "Could I come?" He says, "Yes, only you, no one else." Now they had one condition in that kolel, since it was the creme de la creme. One condition only: you cannot bring a cell phone into the Beit Midrash. It has to be left outside. Like Baruch Hashem, we were zocheh. Our keilah has lockers. Your keilah should have that too. And we put all the phones away. No one should be mivatel and take away from the seder. So what happened was, the Rosh Kolel sat down. He's about to start the Rasha, and as he's starting, suddenly someone's phone goes off. It's quiet. No one knows what's going to happen. The phone stops ringing. The Rosh Kolel goes, "Okay, that was obviously a mistake. Please turn off the phone. Everyone knows that we shouldn't have that here." "Okay, well, we're about to start now." He's about to start. Phone went off a second time. He says, "Okay, I made it very clear that when I accepted you, that you would not bring a phone. Obviously, you didn't think that was serious. So that Avrech that has the phone in his pocket, he has to have a month's salary deducted. You have to be honest. You'll come to me afterwards and tell me who you are. But you know this is a breaking the rule. I can't have this piritza. I can't have this break." He's about to start a third time. Phone goes off a third time. He gets up, slams the sefer, and says, "Everyone, find yourself a new Rosh Kolel." And as he's about to storm out of the room, Rabbi Shazak says, "Rosh Kolel, the Mechila, it was me. I forgot to turn off my phone. I have a bunch of Bachurim in the yeshiva. They need me sometimes. I'm so sorry. Please," he says, "don't ask me Mechila. Ask the Avrechim Mechila that I suspected them." And Rabbi Shazak Rubenstein humbled himself. Kids that are at least a third of his age. And he's asking them for mechila, and they felt so uncomfortable, and he felt uncomfortable. He said, "I'm so sorry for doing that. I didn't mean to do that." And then the Rosh Kolel stopped, and he gave his derasha. Years later, Rabbi Shazak Rubenstein passed away, and at the shiva, an avrech came and said, "I have to tell you a story." He told him that whole story. Yeah, our father told us. He's like, No. He pulls out a cell phone and goes, "It was me. I didn't know. I got a new phone. I didn't know how to turn off the ring. I didn't know it was new. I didn't know it was me even. I only knew after I left, and I look in my jacket. I go, oh, I left it in my jacket, and I see 3 missed calls. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was me, and he stood up for me. That was your father." The Gemara tells us a story very similar to that. Amoraim, one Amorah did not like the garlic breath that was there, and he said, "Who did that?" And one person walked out. It wasn't him. Okay, same idea. So he got that from there. But I have to tell you something fantastic about this. This same Rav Asher Zelig Rubenstein, I was zocheh to sit over 40 shiurim live to hear from Rav Eliashiv Zatzal. Unbelievable. I sat right next to Rav Asher Zelig Rubenstein, and I still remember this. They were learning Masechet Shabbat, and I had a phone that I didn't. It was from Travel Cell. That you're able to take these phones from America to Eretz Yisrael, and they work there. You could rent them. I had this phone. I didn't know how to program it. It was a flip phone. I didn't know how to. That's what I have. I have a flip phone. I didn't know how to program it. It was like a new thing for me. And in the middle of the shiur, my phone went off multiple times. It was so embarrassing. And Rabbi Shazal quickly turned to me and goes, "Just turn it off. Don't leave the thing on. Just turn it off." Like he was like pleading with me, "Turn it off." And I was thinking, why was he so desperate? Because he knew what that was, to have a phone go off in the middle and how embarrassing that was. He was trying to protect me. There was unbelievable insight in that. You listen to the shiur on that on Shabbat. I think it's Lamed Gimel. You hear the phone going off multiple times. Rabbi Yasha just kept on going. But you hear people getting very upset. But you see, this idea of how you say something to somebody, how you take responsibility when it's not you, that's amazing. Tzaddikim do that. We have to do that too.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org